Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've been kind of lazy boots because I should have been had this review put out. But anyway, as most of you already know, Bel-Air has ended. They put out the first 2 weeks. They put out 3 episodes each, or I know the second week it may have just been 2 episodes, but I think it was three. So the whole season was done within a month, right? It's only had 10 episodes, so we have reached the finale. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about that. So the bulk of this episode was about Hillary, revolved around Hillary's wedding. We dealt a little bit with Black Sess and Drew and all that. So we're going to get into all that. So Hillary finds out she has lost her engagement ring, and we're already, getting married, right? So she's having to hide her hands, and she made up a lie and told him that she was getting it clean, told Lamarcus she was getting it clean and all that. So come to find out, she left her engagement ring at Jazz's house, and Jazz calls Will, and he was like, have y'all left yet? Because I got her ring here. So Jazz flies out, to give her the ring. And honestly, I seriously thought it was going to be like, when I forgot his name on the show, but A Different World, when she was about to get married and he, busted up the wedding. I thought it was going to be something like that. I did not expect for the wedding to go through, but it did. And if you didn't miss it, I didn't catch this the first time. I caught this. I saw this when I was on Twitter and someone brought it to my attention, but Lamarcus's middle name is Trevor, right? And we know how his demise was in Fresh Prince. So I thought that was cool. Like one of the things I really can appreciate about this show is they pay homage to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in many different ways, but they also keep the authenticity having a hard time saying that word of this show, Bel-Air. So this is probably one of the best reboots I've seen. I definitely think it has set a standard for other people that are trying to reboot, because I've heard rumors about like them trying to reboot Martin, trying to reboot And Living Single, a lot of the 90s shows, and this was before Bel-Air came out, so I was always totally against it. I'm like, you are not going to ruin something that I grew up watching, right? But Bel-Air is a great example of how you can revamp something, pay homage to it, but it's still its own individual show, right? So I do like that. But Jazz was a stand-up guy. You could tell it really hurt him to watch her get married, but he did stay for the wedding. He gave Hillary her ring right before she went out. Now, Lamarcus saw Jazz there. He goes off like a little whatever. I was mad at him because he showed up to the wedding late. Like Hillary was walking down the aisle right when he came up behind the minister and took his spot. I just thought that was messed up. Like, what are you making her pay for having Jazz come here? Because at this time he's not knowing that Jazz gave her the ring. He just see Jazz there and he knows that they used to have a thing. And I just like, come on, man, you gonna do her like that? Like, y'all are out here. Martha's Vineyard, it's beautiful. I've heard about Martha's Vineyard before. It's always one of those things I thought rich people go to, so it's never been like a vacation spot in my mind, but it looked beautiful on the show. If they were really there, which I'm assuming they were. So the whole family is there. Jeffrey, Ashley, and Eli is there. His family has money too, so he goes there as well. So my thing with Eli, he's supposed to be like non-binary and gay, and Ashley's gay, but they have a thing for each other, and he finally told Ashley that last episode. So there was a scene where they were like, it's kind of like they're gonna tell the world that they're gay but secretly be with each other. And I don't know, Eli, I liked him, But it's something about him that's kind of sneaky. Like the fact that he snuck Ashley alcohol at the wedding. So I'm wondering, is he over 21? I don't know if her parents would let him stay there, let him like visit with her as much as he was if he was over 21. So I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet. Like I said, this season was so short. Amira was in this for like 5 seconds. Carlton's seen her off. She's going to yet another facility. This one's supposed to be centered around people that have trauma-inspired addictions. Addiction-inspired trauma. However you say that. So let's hope. I don't know if they'll bring Amira back. I don't know if she's just a one season thing. I don't know if they're just trying her out for just one season. But the way it's ended, it's like she could come back. She might not. We don't know. Okay. So Jeffrey, upon coming back to Bel-Air, he leaves. And Will, he was supposed to be, it was Will and Carlton, they were doing something. They were outside doing something. He's like, Jeffrey's supposed to be here. He goes to Jeffrey's house, apartment. They've moved. They're gone. Him, Penelope, Frederick, they're out of there, right? Then, of course, at the end, we see that the same guys that roughed Frederick up in that little G-Wagon, they kidnap Will and take him. So that lets me think that instead of Jeffrey going to London to be a part of that organization, I think they just fled. And my guess is that they kidnapped Will as some kind of way to get Jeffrey to come forward. Maybe some kind of ransom thing. The way this season ended, I am definitely looking forward to season 4. I'm hoping, like, if you've been following the show, it premieres in February. But the only reason why it didn't premiere in February this year is because they had that writer's strike thing going on. And it delayed a lot of shows. A lot of shows that would have came on months earlier weren't written because the writers are on strike. So it pushed stuff further along in the year. So I'm hoping they come back February. That's enough time. That's about, not 6 months. What was it? September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, 5 months. That's enough time. Because, you know, the way they do shows nowadays, they don't give us 25, 26 episodes like they used to. Remember back in the day, it used to be from like September to May, you would have 25, 26 episodes. You would get a rerun here and there, and then a new episode. They don't do that anymore. They just give you a straight 8 to 10 episodes, and then they're done. And you know, with Netflix, they give them to y'all at once. So it's like you binge watching. It's like, damn, now I got to wait another year. Because I done sit there and spent the whole weekend watching these 10 episodes. Will's mom arrives as well to Martha's Vineyard. And she has a little boo thing, and Will's not really, you know, when you're not used to seeing your parents with somebody, it is kind of weird. I went through that once when my mom was dating my stepfather. It was weird because I was used to seeing her with my dad. So I understand where Will's coming from, but you know, the guy looked, he looked decent. Will was just pretty much telling him, look, treat my mom right, we're cool. Like, I'm pretty sure the man can respect that. But shout out to Will's mom. She looked happy, you know. I hated seeing her so upset all the time, you know, in the past seasons. So she was happy. She was glowing. So this Black Cess thing, you know, as we went over last episode, Drew's father is the investor. And Drew, I feel like, is getting a kick out of working with them because he pretty much can get his little payback from getting beat up by Carlton. So he took it upon himself to change the design, took the crown away from Black Cess, which the crown is what makes, you know, he's just being Drew. But my predictions are, I feel like in the next season, I think he will come around to be a likable character. That's just my predictions. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Not that Will getting kidnapped wasn't nitty-gritty, but I'm just saying. So Vivian finds out she's pregnant because her and Uncle Phil, ever since that Mexico trip, they've been loving on each other. No fights. and now she's preggo. And of course, us, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fans, we're not surprised with that because baby Nikki did come on the show right around this time, about after the third season. The OG Aunt Viv, she was pregnant in the third season, and I think had Nicholas in the third season. So we're not surprised to see Nicholas coming. I wonder if they're going to go through with the pregnancy. I don't see them having her terminated though. I just don't see them doing that. I think they are going to stick with having Nikki on the show. Now, are they going to do like they did in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and have him go from being a baby to 5 years old to kind of get his character in there? I don't know. Maybe so. So, like I said, LaMarcus's middle name is Trevor. So we all know what happened to him. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, oh, he died. Well, that's cool because now she can be with Jazz. And it's like, how do we know he's dead, though? She just couldn't wake him up. We know he had that heart thing going on. But we're assuming he's dead because he's supposed to be the Trevor character, even though the Trevor character in Fresh Prince didn't even make it to the wedding. But, you know, I think that was a good twist because I was expecting, and I think a lot of people were expecting Jazz to break it up and Hillary to run into his arms. That would have been too easy, too predictable. So I am glad that they had them go through the wedding. But is he dead? I don't know. I think in order to get rid of that love triangle thing, they will have to kill him off. And then it will fit with the original show. I think that, like I said, they're keeping the originality of this show along with having some things from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in this one as well. I love Jeffrey's character. I really hope some kind of way he comes back. I don't see them taking him off the show because he's a really good, you know, he fits in there very well. I don't see them taking Jeffrey off the show. He's Uncle Phil's right-hand man. He watches out for the kids. He works as like a bodyguard. I think my predictions, I'm going over predictions now. My predictions for next season is I think we're going to get more into his life. Like this season, I feel we got more into Aunt Viv's feelings and things that she was thinking in her mind. I think next season it'll probably be Jeffrey's season because with this season with his son's mother, I think we're going to see exactly how serious this organization is in London. I think they're probably going to film in London, which will be cool, you know. We got our Top Boy thing going on Bel-Air. I look forward to it. So hopefully we get this new season in February of 2025. All right. Shout out to my 82 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well. And if you're not subscribed, you know you can help me out. I'm trying to grow my channel here. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. Peace and blessings unto you all. Until next time.